In this media, you will learn about the drying out of alternator windings. One of the frequently and effectively used methods is the short circuit run. The circuit diagram for an alternator is shown here. Normally, the stator windings at the neutral end of the alternator are shorted. For the purpose of the short circuit run, the phase ends of the stator windings are also shorted with bars. The connecting bars should have sufficient current capacity to withstand the full load current. If stator water coolers are there for the alternator, the water circulation should be stopped. Here, the alternator should be started on manual governor mode to maintain a constant speed and to avoid inadvertent overspeeding of the machine under any condition. Then, the excitation of the machine is increased very slowly at periodical intervals. Stator current could be seen increasing according to the level of excitation. Due to increasing the short-circuited stator current, the stator winding temperature increases. The temperature readings of the air inlet and outlet of the stator may also be recorded to monitor the dry-out operation. Note: there may be air pockets in the windings. If the temperature is built up suddenly, air may expand, and if it can escape, it will damage the windings. Hence, the temperature of the alternator stator winding should be increased very gradually through controlled excitation. Finally, it is desirable that a steady temperature of about 60 degrees centigrade is maintained for the winding. Note: even small temperature variations could introduce IR value errors in the dry-out process. The 1-minute values of the IR values need to be recorded from the starting time of its mechanical running. It is just sufficient to reduce the excitation to 0 while measuring the IR value of the winding, and the machine can be in idle running. Here, dry-out will start under mechanical running itself, releasing dampness, due to the heavy air circulation inside the machine chamber. Some windings could even send out all the moisture in this process. So, the required IR value may be obtained even without electrical heat drying. Note: frequent measuring the IR readings will affect the values due to dielectric absorption. So, hourly readings will be satisfactory. The IR value graph is shown here. It could be seen that the IR values start decreasing initially. This is due to the fact that the IR value decreases when the temperature increases, and also the moisture turning into vapor spreads through the volume of the insulation. The minimum value of insulation resistance in the graph represents the point where the loss of vapor rapidly overcomes the dampness in the insulation. After crossing the minimum, the IR value may increase, slowly indicating that the release of dampness is nearing completion. The dry-out process may be carried out till a near-flat curve is obtained at constant temperature. After completing the dry-out process, the alternator can be brought to rest and allowed to cool slowly. Thus, you have learnt about procedure for drying out of alternator windings.